got your nigga stuck. Cause this FUPA gon' put his ass to sleep. Can't be playing with them big girls, cause you know we do.
Ooh, y'all want me to hate myself so bad cause I'm fat? I'm fat and fine. Fat and fine. And I love that you hate it.
So the body positive, fat positive movement, I think, has gone a little bit too far. I'm all for creating a society where people who have abnormalities or things about themselves that they can't change are accepted, right? Whether that mean you are a short man, you're a man with a patchy beard, you happen to be just naturally more full-figured, maybe you have some deformities, like things about yourself that you can't change, creating an environment where you still are celebrated and you're still valued, I'm all for that. Unfortunately, the body positive, fat positive movement has really become about promoting standards that are actually harming women.
What I eat in today is a fat girl who glorifies obesity.
Hi guys, welcome back to another What I Eat in a Day. Remember, I'm fat and I don't eat healthy.
That are actually hurting women. And in my opinion, Black women, I think in particular, are hurt some of the most. Why? Because we're the most overweight and obese. But instead of addressing that, we really like to dance around this whole BMI conversation. We really like to fight it. So I came across this tweet of a lovely lady who, surprise, surprise, was fighting against the BMI standard. Let me read it for you. It reads, again, gentle reminder and a prime example that Black and brown women should not be using the BMI system. It does not accurately apply to us. This is not overweight nor obese for us. So you have a woman who's almost 240 pounds, but because she is thick in the right places, it is not obese. Now, with that said, the BMI is not perfect. I completely and totally agree. A better metric actually is percentage body fat. I actually interviewed a health and fitness professional about this months ago, and she affirmed that actually, yes, percentage body fat is a better indication. BMI certainly has its weaknesses. However, why are women, modern women, and especially Black women, so quick to question and challenge the BMI when we are actually being harmed? Because we're overweight. Women, modern women, Black women, are trying to challenge the BMI at the same time that they are being deleted early because of health-related problems. Let me show you, for example, let me show you the leading causes of deletion for Black women. The leading cause of deletion for Black women, the number one is heart disease. Then we have cancer, stroke, diabetes, Alzheimer's, unintentional injuries, chronic lower respiratory disease, kidney, hypertension. At least 5 of those diseases, if not more, are directly related to health, and yes, closely connected to weight. So to me, the fact that we're pushing against the BMI at the very same time that many Black women are actually being deleted early because that they are overweight or because they have sicknesses that are largely connected to their weight and their health, that's super dangerous. It is incredibly dangerous. And that is my problem. We're pushing to try to change a standard when this standard could be the very thing that could actually help improve our lives. I'm not saying it's perfect. It's not. Yes, we could create a better standard. But instead of us focusing on the fact that that's not perfect, why don't we deal with the things that are actually deleting us first? Why don't we deal with the things that are actually harming us physically? Like, not to the point to where we can't get a date, to the point to where we are dying early. Why don't we address that? And then once that's addressed, then maybe we can start to think about how to refine this metric. But we're not even dealing with the bare minimum. Like, women are literally dying early because of issues that are connected to weight, like heart disease, diabetes. Again, many of those things are aggravated by being overweight or obese. And so that is my issue with this conversation around BMI. It doesn't get to the root cause. There's this push to try to assume that being fat and being obese is healthy, and it's just not, period. It's not. Our bodies, based upon our frame, our bone density, our height, our body can only capacitate so much load. After a while, it starts getting hard on your joints, on your bones. It causes other issues, back issues, whatever. And so the need to try to remove standards, when the standards in place could be the very thing that is helping to try to keep women alive as much as possible, to me is not smart. And again, I'm not saying the BMI is perfect. It's not. Percentage body fat is a better metric. And yes, I'm all for creating a better metric that would help accurately look after Black bodies. But I think the bigger focus should be the chronic illnesses that are directly connected to being overweight, not trying to act like being overweight or fat doesn't impact us. It absolutely does. We're so mad at a metric. Meanwhile, the leading cause of deletion among Black women is heart disease. Heart disease. I said this before. Black women are over here crying and acting like Tyrone's taking them out when it's actually the Twinkie. It's actually the Twix bars that's taking us out. It's the endless pasta bowl at Olive Garden. It's the seafood broil. Okay? It's the fried chicken at Popeyes. It's the pork rinds with hot sauce, the hot Cheetos. That's what's taking us out early. But we over here mad at the BMI when the BMI is not perfect. But it's at least a standard to help us try to understand whether or not we are going in the right direction towards health or we are declining. So I'm like, why not focus on the bigger issue? Is the bigger issue, oh, this standard is racist? Or is the bigger issue that Black women are dying early because of heart disease, diabetes, stroke, okay, hypertension, like things again that are correlated and closely connected to our weight? We got to deal with that. And saying that isn't hating on Black women. It's not being racist. It's not being white supremacist. It's just science. It's just biology. It's just the way the body was created. Also, for a group of women who is so in support of Black women expanding their options and dating and mating out, especially dating and mating white men, I highly doubt that the white men you want to marry are going to be quick to try to dismantle a system that their ancestors created.
Here's the latest example. Now the American Medical Association is telling doctors that body mass index, or BMI, is a racist concept. You know, it's racist to tell people about BMI, tell them to keep their BMI down. That's going to cause a lot of deaths from diseases like hypertension and diabetes, but they don't care. Again, the public isn't stupid. People have noticed all this.
So even from a dating and mating perspective, Black men are generally the most accepting of bigger bodies, but in the white community, especially, or if you want to date into other races, seriously, and you want to get men that you consider high value, of a certain status, of a certain money, then you definitely do not need to be fighting against. You actually need to be abiding by the BMI. But apart from that, even if we look outside of the whole romantic perspective, strictly from a health perspective, I believe, look, Black women are valuable. They deserve to have healthy lives too. They deserve to have lives where they don't have to be hooked on drugs their entire lives and hooked on pills, and they can live happy and healthy and mobile lives also. Black women need to know that they are worth it. They are worth the work necessary to keep their bodies healthy, to keep their minds healthy, to make sure that they are taking care of their temple. They are worth it. They are worth the effort needed to go to the gym, get in the treadmill, go on the steps so they can have a healthier heart. They are worth the effort needed to get organic food or to get fresh vegetables or get fresh food and cook it. Yeah, it's work, but your health is worth it. And so I think it's important to understand that, yeah, it takes work to be healthy, but you're worth it. And that's really that's the message that I want to get out there. And yes, I do understand there are people who have diseases and have sicknesses that they can't control, right? Even they tried to be healthy, they try to do different things, exercise, and things happen. So I get it. I'm not saying that this is going to be a catch-all, and this is no shade to those who have illnesses that they cannot control. But majority of us, that is not the issues. Chronic illnesses, many of them can actually be addressed through a healthy diet that's right for you, through exercise that's right for you, and lying to ourselves about the BMI and trying to act like being obese and fat is good for us is not helping us in the long run. The numbers speak for itself. But what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know. Leave your questions, comments, concerns in the comment section below. Thank you so much for listening if you've gotten this far, and we'll talk later. Bye.